touching trains. Yes, we are touching trains. We are touching trains. Oh yes, we're touching trains. Well, welcome back to Touching Trains. And today we have a non-runner, and we thought this would be a good video because she's covered in oil. And everybody talks about over-oiling, and it may well have another problem. This has been in the shed waiting in line to be repaired, so if you can have a look, Boots, and see what happens.
Indeed, right. So let's take that apart. We'll come back to that in a minute and look at the state of that.
So we're not looking to service this, we're just looking to
clean it.
Make a point of, it might be that the oil is enough.
Shall we try the old 9-volt and see what happens, if anything? Oh, look.
Oh, so there's life.
There's life.
We're on a track.
And that must mean the wire is still attached to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's put it on the track. And back to the 9-volt. No. That's what oil does. It's insulating the wheel treads.
Yeah.
So, if Johnny puts it on his track, it ain't going to work. But if he sticks a 9-volt on it, then we might get some life. So let's investigate.
Right. Right.
Well, I've stripped everything off extraneously. We've had a look at the wiring. The wiring looks to be in good order.
Yeah, so it did spark up, didn't it?
It did spark up. So let's go straight to the motor.
Literally, I mean, you can't see it well on the video, but
oh, look at that.
Right. So off the track, she's running. So it looks like
there's too much oil.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll pop the old clip out like we did last time. Put that there. Come on, you know you want to. Actually, let's do it the easy way. Let's take it off there. There we go. Much easier with a new soldering iron head. Do I use the nuts, and even with all this oil, look, you can see the felt pads haven't got much on.
Right. So misdirected, because I was reading that some people thought they could use WD-40.
Oh no.
And it's that's a no-no, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that because it just sprays everywhere?
Well, it's a water dispersant mainly, and it's supposed to free up seized threads and stuff like that.
But you spray it out of an aerosol, don't you? Which
yeah,
is not
it goes
what you,
everywhere.
Not what you want.
But as we take this apart, you'll probably see puddles of it.
We'll have some chips.
It's been dipped in Castrol GTX. So you got, that's a Wednesday morning attachment. We're going to take that apart so we can clean everything. There we go, there's our wiring, same as last time. But look, we've got valve gear. And I'll tell you what oil is bad for, this particular part.
Right.
Because this will eventually degrade, snap, and then they're a bugger to replace.
Okay.
So it's a free running chassis. Just
this is quite a nice condition. A 60s trying Hiawatha, isn't it?
It's been looked after, but it's just been over-oiled. Yeah. I mean, look, we'll take that up again. There we go.
Okay.
So, right, what we're going to do is take everything apart and get the oil off.
Okay, right. So we'll see you in a minute.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And it's starting to bend. And they're expensive.
Yeah.
Look, all under there. It's all over the armature. Look, see the shine. It should be there, not there. Look, pulled everywhere.
So what's the adage? The old adage is...
If you can see oil, it's too much.
Right.
I took the brushes out of the motor and the pickup plate. Everything is covered in it.
Right, so we're going to clean now.
We're going to clean.
All right, see you in a bit. we're back. So
right, here we go.
we're going to reassemble.
Nice, clean, shiny.
Oh, so you've taken the opportunity to take the flanges down, which we'll show in another video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quick and easy way of doing it. And all we can do now is reassemble. So first of all, we've got to reach for the tray of curry var. There it is. All our nice clean pieces are in here. So first of all, we'll start off with the
All de-oiled.
all de-oiled. Hey, look at that, that was swimming in it.
Yeah.
Adjusted them, cleaned them up.
Yeah, it looks like new.
And we'll put this on the bottom. But first of all, we've got to reattach the wire.
That's the pickup. So how did you do those? Because they have to.
Really old sanding block, as per usual.
Yeah. And how do you adjust them so they hit the backs of the wheels? That's where they pick up
Well,
from?
they're naturally
I see.
springy, see, but because they're tired, you can bring them out a little bit more and they'll find their own position.
Right, I'm with you.
Like when you're trying to get out of a sofa, you'll find your own position. I've pre-tinned.
Yeah.
We can use the original wiring,
Okay.
because it's here. Yeah, a little bit of flux. No pink Indians here. A little dab of there, a little dooby-doo.
Sounds like one of my lyrics.
There we are. Simple as that. Got that big expensive clamp there. Right, make sure we've got our insulating sleeve, as you can see.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's slightly longer, as that goes over this bit.
Yeah.
And we feed through. Over the TV suppressing diode, or whatever they call it. Now we've got to feed that through. And remember from the last video, we've got the cutouts there. So
Yeah.
you look at your bushes,
Yeah.
insulating bushes through that hole there.
The other side don't have them. Is that right?
There we go. Pull it through. And that way. And when you don't want to muck about. There we go. Is that the right way round? Yes, it is. Push that in there. Oh, that is the wrong way round. Go round you go, you bugger. There you go. That's better. Right, a pair of tweezers just to line these holes up. And then you've got to fiddle about trying to find them. There it is. I'll polish the heads. So just nip them up a little bit until we adjust. Here's the other one. That's it. I haven't seen Dr. Fist for a while. Is he still watching his videos on Coy Carp and not touching trains?
Oh yeah, apparently.
Oh.
He's working on a vaccine.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Excellente. Right, now then, before we do anything else, we're going to put this on. This is the motion bracket.
Oh, I
There's
see.
a screw there.
This is the one you say very.
Yeah. Yeah. Now this screw has got a nice half thickness head, so it can sit in that recess in there. So don't need that for a minute. Move that out of the way. Long screwdriver for this one, I think.
Oh right, yeah, I'm with you.
Oh dear me. Because the light is so bright. There it is. Don't do it up too much because you might split it. So there we go. Nicely fit. Right. I've reassembled most of the valve gear on the other side. But as an aside, when you look at your crank pin, it's got two little cutaways either side to fit the oval hole.
Right.
See, so you've got to make sure that's set. And if you push down, you'll feel a little bit of resistance. See there, so it's not going anywhere because it's sat on the shoulder of the crank pin.
Okay.
So that should set the expansion link and the radius rod. Return cranks.
Now, this is the wall
shots.
version.
Yeah.
It's Triang's version, isn't it?
That's it.
We didn't have
These
this.
tiny little screws. Now you want to be careful with these, so they don't ping off into the carpet.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
never see them
Only
again.
to be found next Christmas.
Yes. When you step on it,
Mm.
and then you'll give a cry of hurrah.
Or
I
something
found it.
similar.
Yeah. So you just nip that up, and it should stay in position. See?
So at this point, you've done the other side.
done the other side.
Yeah. So at this point, can you show us some oiling technique?
I
And
can. But what you want to also do is do the free rolling.
I
If there's
see.
any binding, because when you pick it up,
Mm-hmm.
your natural way of picking it up, you could bend this in so it fouls that there.
Yeah.
So if you squash that, which people do, that will then catch on that and it will bind or click. Same with this side. So you've got to make sure when you're looking down, they clear.
So sometimes you get a non-runner, and it's just that the valve gear
It could be
is
just
bent.
that, yeah. Flying Scotsman, that's known for it. Very thin sheet steel. And the later Princesses have got the same sort of valve gear, return, expansion link and all that. And you pick it up, over time you'll go in and you'll go, oh, and it won't work. So just get the old screwdriver behind, line it up like that, and you'll see, and you can just push that in, push that out like that.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Yeah.
And then away you go. So what we're going to do now is, again, the old little bit of oil, not too much.
Now Hornby supply oil, don't they?
They do.
Pico supply oil.
Yeah, Electrolube.
I'm wondering the old Triang bottles, if people have still got those. Maybe that's not, because I'm thinking that was mineral oil in the day, and maybe that's
Yeah.
not so good for the.
Well, they're marked as Shell.
Yeah.
So there must have been like a machine oil or a spindle oil,
Yeah.
very fine oil.
Maybe the mineral oil is
Not
not.
Castrol GTX.
Maybe the mineral oil is not so good for the modern plastic gears, because there's
Yeah.
not much plastic in the Triang.
So we're quite happy that's very free rolling.
So you're all right with the old oil with the triangle.
Yeah, right. So we've got
And
our
that was
motor.
literally a dot, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, literally.
That's a nice applicator. So what could people use? Just a little tray of oil
Well,
and a
You just need a needle.
yeah.
Just a needle. Stick in
Oh,
a bit
you've
of
got
cork.
an old one there.
Yeah,
Look at that. Yeah.
This is a Trix one. Lubricating oil for
Yeah.
Trix. And that's all they give you.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Because again, if you see oil, it's too much.
Okay.
That's what we'll do. We'll pop that back in there. Right, so that's all the wiring attached. We'll do everything's tight, everything's clean, everything's been de-oiled and then re-oiled properly. Get the 9 volt. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Sign of life. Yeah.
Right, so now we'll take it up to the newest track, the old Hornby train set track, which I use because it was cheap. And we'll stick the old 9 volt on.
Look at that.
There we go. And no bumping on the sleepers.
Brilliant.
What more could you ask for? And again, we haven't spent any money.
So we'll just reassemble the loco and show what it looks like.
Yep.
Running round.
And there she is. Running on the train set track.
Lovely.
Right.
Beautiful runner. Now this didn't run and it was covered in oil.
Yep, how's that?
Beautiful. Well, see you again next time.
Back in the box.
Bye.
So show me on. This train's been well and truly touched.